In this video, I'm going to talk about all the products that a woman has to use during menstruation. If you're confused that whether should I be using a menstrual cup or reusable pads or tampons, then I'm going to discuss everything about it in this video. So keep watching. Hi, I'm Dr. Umekulsum Bagwala. I'm a homeopath. I have 2 clinics in Indore and I deal with a lot of patients suffering from PCOS, PCOD, menstrual issues online, offline at my clinic in Sefinagar, Nurani Nagar. So I come across a lot of menstrual issues on my day-to-day basis. I think just 2 years back, I realized that switching, since I meet so many women, I know the side effects of using several different products. I'm just doing trial and errors. And 2 years back, I realized that it's time to switch to something which is more sustainable and stop using those sanitary pads which are one-time use disposable. It's not good for you, it's not good for the planet. So therefore 2 years back I switched to menstrual cup. Now in this video I'm going to talk about 3 things. First is menstrual cup, reusable pads, and tampons. Okay, so let's begin with menstrual cup. So 2 years back I started using this. It came in this jute cotton bag. I do not remember the brand name. Like a lot of people, my friends and everybody ask me what is the brand that you use and all. I really don't remember. Okay, this is how the cup looks. Now in description box, when you see, they usually recommend a large size for women who have given childbirth, a medium size cup for a woman who haven't given childbirth, and a small size cup for women who haven't had sexual intercourse. Now I would not recommend a menstrual cup for women who have never had sexual intercourse, because the chances of discomfort and the chances of infection increases completely. I wouldn't recommend this cup for women who have never had sexual intercourse. The reason is that the elasticity of the vagina is not very great and you shouldn't be using this that early. Okay, so women who have had sexual intercourse and women who have had childbirth can definitely must use this. They recommend large size for women who have had childbirth, but I feel that the medium size works perfectly. Large is way too big. So having a medium size works well. If you have not had child birth, then maybe you can start trying a small cup, but I personally feel that the medium cup fits well in most of the Asian women, because we are not very huge in structure. I myself being Asian, we are not very huge, so we are not very tiny. So this medium cup works perfectly fine. Okay, now the technique of using this cup, there are several folds. This fold is called as a C fold. This one is called as a 7-fold. You need to try all these folds and see what works best for you. There are holes, tiny holes here. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, these are holes which helps in creating that suction once you insert the cup. And it kind of, if you insert it like this and once it goes inside, it kind of stays. You do not feel anything, and it's very easy to remove, and it's very simple. There are a lot of instruction videos in which they teach you how to insert the cup and how to go about with it. Now initially I had I spoke to a lot of women who were using a menstrual cup for throughout their menses, which might work fine for you, but I would recommend that use the cup only on the days when you have heavy flow. The reason is because you are inserting an external object in the vagina. Okay, so a lot of bacteria might be going in. Now when there is menstruation is going on, when the flow is heavy, there is active flow of blood outside. Okay, and therefore the any bacteria, any infection or whatever, any bacteria, any foreign body going inside the vagina will be flushed out. But on the days when the flow is very scanty or there is just spotting, I would not recommend using this cup because there is not enough flow inside out to flush out any foreign body if there is present. So yeah, also clean the cup before every period and after you finish your period. Boil it in water It has high melting point, so nothing to worry. You can boil it for 15 minutes and it's again good to go. Store it well, and yeah, it's all fine. Very simple use. All right, and do not, whenever you're traveling, do not place your cup on untidy surfaces. This is something very important. It's super convenient otherwise, but yes, hygiene, you have to take care of maintaining, of keeping it clean all the time. All right, so that's about the cup. If you have any more questions, let me know in the comments below. Now, what do you do if you use your menstrual cup only on the days of heavy flow? Then what do you do? What do you use on days when the flow is very light? You do not use those disposable napkin. You are supposed to use reusable sanitary pads. Now, I have bought this from Safe. I hope that is how it is pronounced. It is 1-on-1. There is one pad that you can use during the day and one at night. This is how the packaging looks. I think I got it for, it is mentioned 349 here, but I think you get two for 349 rupees. But I think it's on some discount on Amazon. Do check it out. I'm going to put the link down in the description box of the video. It comes, there is this black, I don't know what's the fiber, but it's not nylon. It's something, I think it's parachute material which avoids water leakage. Two sizes of pads come in. One is small and one is the large one. Okay, this is a super soft material. If you're using a waste cloth at home or t-shirt materials for use, but don't use it, because over the time washing that, it becomes hard. I've been using it for I think a few cycles and it works fine. The material is soft. It is a microfiber material and there is this parachute coating on the other end. It works perfectly fine. So on the days when the flow is very light, this is safe to use. You don't get that flush out feeling when you get up, as the flow is very light. So on the days when the flow is heavy, menstrual cup is the thing you should go to. And on the last 2 to 3 days when the flow is very light, you can use reusable sanitary pads. All the instructions on how to wash it and how to place it is mentioned here on the box itself. You can refer their website. All the instructions are pretty much simple and clean. Make sure you don't use any, use a good quality material to wash it. Like, don't use a detergent which is very harsh, because ultimately it's a cloth and it will make the fabric very hard over the period of time. Another alternative while you're traveling, if you really cannot use these disposable pads if you're traveling, then it is these disposable eco-friendly panty liners. It works amazing. But then again, they have mentioned it that it is eco-friendly here somewhere. I had read it. Yeah, see. Safe panty liners, natural and biodegradable. So that is why I got this packet for traveling purpose. But then again, it is one-time use. It is disposable. So just avoiding this entire situation would be great. But if you cannot and you have to use, then go for a biodegradable option rather than something which does not help your environment. So yeah, this is another thing. These are very tiny and you can use it as panty liners. No rocket science here. It's very simple. Last thing is using tampons. Now, I was introduced to tampons by my sister. She started using it. I was so afraid of inserting something in the vagina, and but it turned out to be pretty okay. Not as comfortable as menstrual cups, but still it is fine. It is the best when you have to go for a swim, when you're going into a pool. Tampons work the best, because on days of heavy flow you might have a little bit of leakage from the cup if you have just started using it, if you're not very experienced. But tampons, absolutely no leakage. I use this brand. I have not used it since quite some time. Lockdown, no pool time and all of that, but still I have not used this. So Flow, yeah, I think that is how it is pronounced. I have got 3 to 4 of these packets. The price of this is 120 rupees for I think 10 tampons. Quite okay, but then again it is not biodegradable, so that is why I stopped using it. And I only use a cup and reusable pads. This is how it looks. Okay, there is a thread at the end, if you can see. there is this thread here, the bluish thing that you can see is a thread. This orange line, so you're supposed to peel this off. Yeah, there is this opening here, if you can see. You're supposed to just put this off. It will, the plastic over it will come off, and then there is a thread. You just have to insert it. The menstrual blood will get absorbed in this, and then you can just pull it off whenever you have to. Everything, the hours through which you can keep this depends on the kind of flow you have. Menstrual cups can be used for up to 12 hours, but if the flow is that light that you can keep the menstrual cup for 12 hours, I wouldn't recommend it, again, because the chances of infection increases if you are not maintaining enough hygiene. Therefore, changing anything like after about 6 hours is great, but still you can sleep with it, and it's totally fine. So yeah, that's about it. If you have any more questions, if you need any other recommendations, any other topics that you want me to shoot for you and put it up here on my channel, then let me know in the comments below. Do not forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell button. I hope this entire video was quite informative. If you've liked it, do share it with your friends and family, with your girlfriends, and if you have any more questions, let me know in the comments below. Thank you. Bye.